What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and today I am wrestling with myself. I haven't done a wrestling video in about a week or so, and Royal Rumble weekend is upon us. It is a national holiday for wrestling fans. The Royal Rumble is one of the most hallowed and favorite wrestling events of the entire year for wrestling fans. It's coming this Sunday, and this coming Saturday is NXT Takeover San Antonio. Now, I'm a little under the weather physically. I've got some injuries that it could be pretty serious in the near future. So hopefully I'll still be able to bring you guys videos consistently, but I wanted to do prediction videos for both the Rumble and for Takeover. So come back tomorrow if you guys will, and see my Royal Rumble predictions for this Sunday. I'm going to do the Rumble, the entire Rumble card and the Rumble match itself tomorrow. So come check my channel out tomorrow for the Rumble predictions and match review and everything. And but I also wanted to do a predictions video for this Saturday's NXT TakeOver San Antonio. Now, the show itself looks like the least heralded, least hyped NXT TakeOver show of all time. It's going to be a good show, obviously. Every TakeOver show is. NXT is a well-run company with a good roster. So it's going to be a good show regardless. But in terms of the match hype, I think it's just a little lackluster. People aren't as excited about any particular show-stealing match on this card. There's not that obvious blow-away match that we usually get because the roster has been so diminished lately with all the call-ups and everything over the last year. I know they're restocking soon. There's a lot of possible signings coming in the near future, and I'll be talking about that in a video coming up pretty soon in the next week or so. But this match has 5 matches. Card has 5 matches on it, and I'm going to go over those 5 matches and give you guys my predictions for each. So the opening match listed is Roderick Strong versus Andrade Cien Almas. This was born over a recent Strong victory. And there really isn't much hype behind it, but I think the match is going to be awesome. I think Cien really kind of has fallen far from grace since his debut, but his in-ring stuff is excellent. As a character, he hasn't grown much, and he's kind of disappointing in terms of where his career's gone since being in NXT, because he was a big AAA Mexico star. But in ring, he's still excellent. He's one of the best, most underrated guys on the entire roster in the ring. And of course, Roderick Strong is an incredible wrestler that has a lot to give and is going to work very well in this system. So I think you have 2 of the best wrestlers in NXT in this match. I think it's going to be an excellent match, possibly even a show stealer. Like I said, consider there's not a lot of big show stealers on this card, but I think this could be possibly even the best match on this show. But I think Roderick Strong wins here. It's his first TakeOver match. It's only about his 4th match in NXT overall. He can't really afford to lose here this early. And Andrade Cien Almas has become, like I said, as excellent as he is in the ring, he's kind of become a jobber to the main guys coming in. He's gotten pushed aside for a lot of the other big debuts, and he's jobbed for a lot of newer talents before. So I think this is a great match. I think Roderick wins clean and goes on to something a little bigger. Then we have Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10, versus Eric Young from Sanity. This one just also got born about a week or so ago when Sanity tried to recruit Dillinger to be in the group, and he stood up and said no. I think his personality is over enough where he doesn't need to win. He's been on this losing streak where he needs to win the big one for so long now, and he just keeps losing and losing. So he definitely is in line for a big win somewhere soon, but I don't think it's here. You have 2. Eric Young is also kind of a newer signing necessarily, and he kind of needs a big win as well. He hasn't been involved in really any programs since coming in, so I think he has to win this one for the legitimacy of Sanity. Also, Damo just aligned with the group last week. He just joined Sanity himself, and I think he has to make an impact, and I think he has an outcome on this match as well. I think both guys can work. Eric Young is a pretty good worker, and Dillinger's very good, so I think this will be a good match as well. I think Damo gets involved and Sanity gets involved, and they cost Dillinger the match. Young is newer. Young needs it more. Dillinger can afford to be the lovable babyface who is the underdog who always kind of gets cheated and comes out losing even though he has a good attitude. So Young needs the win. Young gets the win here with the help of Damo and Sanity. And I think this program continues for another month or so. I think they have a rematch on WrestleMania weekend where Dillinger possibly gets the win. So this should be a good match, but Young wins here. Then we have the 3 title matches to close the show out. We have the Women's Championship 4-way dance. It is Asuka defending against Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, and Nikki Cross of Sanity. I'm excited for this. I'm finally getting some new blood in the women's division, showing off their talents on an actual takeover. There's a lack of depth in the division right now. There's not many big names. Asuka is the anchor, the champion leader, and of course Ember Moon is the next big one to get a big shot pretty soon. I think she gets her shot in WrestleMania weekend. But aside from those two, there's very little depth on this roster at the women's spot. But there are a ton of underrated, potential stars on this roster right now, and I think Billie Kay and Peyton Royce are two of them. I think they've been doing great heel work lately. Their work as a team, their work as singles. They have good individual characters. I like them being kind of the bad girls, the cocky heels. I like them together. They have good chemistry. I really enjoy their work, and I think they deserve this spot. I think look out for Liv Morgan in the future. I think she'll be good. Look out for Aaliyah in the future as she continues to evolve and mature. There's a lot of very good underrated workers. Deonna Purrazzo back and forth. What's the one from Tough Enough as well? I can't think of her name right now. The mixed martial arts, Daria Baronato. I think she has potential as well. But anyway, you have three good characters here. Nikki Cross is a good kind of insane character with Sanity. And Kay and Royce working together. So there's good dynamics in this. There's some good storytelling you could do. Again, there's not the firepower that the Asuka matches usually have, but making it a four-way is a nice way to show off three talents at once against Asuka, to stack the deck against her, even though she's the obvious favorite here, and to tell some good stories with Royce and Kay working together, with Nikki Cross just going crazy and taking everybody out. You can make some new stars in this match, and I think this is going to be a pretty solid match. I'm looking forward to this one more than maybe any of the others, just to see how it plays out and how the new stars kind of get over. But I think Asuka clearly wins here. Nobody is in position right now to take the title. Even Ember Moon right now is not necessarily ready until WrestleMania, I think. So I think Asuka clearly wins this one, but I think how they do it is going to be interesting. So I'm looking forward to see this one. For the tag team titles, we have DIY, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano against the Authors of Pain with Paul Ellering at ringside. DIY just won the belts a month or so ago at the last Takeover, so it's too soon for them to lose here. They're on fire right now. Their feuds have been excellent. Their matches with Revival have been great. These guys are just completely on fire right now, and they have to win. They just won the belts, so there's no point to make them lose yet. This could be good. The Authors of Pain are a marginal team. They're not really an excellent in-ring team, but they are solid. They're a good power team with some decent double-team moves, and I think the speed versus power, smaller underdog versus big bully storyline is going to work really well here. I think DIY can bring the best out of the Authors of Pain and take like an average team like them, make them very good in the ring for a very good match. So I'm looking forward to how this one plays out. I think it's going to be good. Not great, not special, but very solid. And like I said, DIY, just being the champs, has to win. I think the Authors of Pain do jump DIY after the match to get their heat back so they can wrestle again maybe at WrestleMania weekend, or it could lead to a multi-team match or something on WrestleMania weekend. But I think DIY gets the win, and the Authors of Pain get the heat back after the match or next Wednesday on NXT. Then finally, your main event for the world title, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Glorious Bobby Roode. I'm looking forward to the entrances here. Nakamura's had really special violinists and people with instruments and all kind of different, ballyhoo around his entrances for the last few takeovers. So I'm looking forward to that. Bobby Roode, of course, with the Glorious thing. I think both theme songs, both entrances are going to be excellent. They're the two probably best entrance theme songs and entrance people in NXT right now, if that makes any sense. So I'm looking forward to the entrances. This could easily be the best match of the entire show. I'm looking forward to this a lot. Bobby Roode is a very good worker and a very good character. He's a great heel that's going to play off of Nakamura's popularity. Nakamura is uber over right now. He's the supreme striker. I think you have two very good styles going together here. Both guys are totally excellent. They deserve this spot. I think it's going to be a great match, but I think Roode is still brand new into NXT, so much as you don't want to see him lose just yet, Nakamura just won the belt back from Joe. This is his first official defense since winning the title back, and he and Joe just hot potatoed the belt like 4 or 5 times back and forth. I think each person had 2 reigns with the title. I think it switched hands like 4 times during the Nakamura-Joe feud, so you really can't afford to have Nakamura just lose the belt or bounce the belt back and forth, unless he plans on being called to the main roster, which I don't think he will. I think Joe is going to be called up at the Rumble. I'll get into that in my Rumble video, but I think Joe gets called up, so I think Nakamura stays down there, in which case I think he retains this title here. So I think this is a very good match, if not the best one of the entire show, and Nakamura retains the title, and Roode will get his heat back some way in the next couple shows. but I think they're gearing up for another Rude Nakamura match and for Chris Hero to be involved with Nakamura and Roderick Strong to be up in the main event picture soon. So I think you have Strong, Cassius Ohno, Chris Hero, and Nakamura and Rude kind of in the main event scene going forward for WrestleMania weekend. So I think Nakamura wins here in a very, very good match. So what do you guys think is your match of the night? What are you most looking forward to? And what do you think of my predictions? Tell me in the comments down below. And once again, if you guys want my Royal Rumble predictions video, that is coming tomorrow. So check back on the channel tomorrow for the Royal Rumble predictions for that show as well. Until next time, guys, I've been wrestling with myself. This is Jason Burke, and I will see you guys real soon.